Right now, as you are listening to these words, one of the most sophisticated heists in human history is taking place. The worst part is not that you are losing money, but that you have no idea you are being robbed. Imagine waking up this morning and seeing $200 in your bank account. Today, that money has real value. It could buy you a nice dinner, a new pair of shoes, or fill up your gas tank completely. But fast forward 6 months, that same $200, the number is identical on your phone screen, but it's different. It no longer buys the same things. Why? Because someone, somewhere, just got richer at your own personal expense. Welcome to the world of the Cantillon Effect. Once you truly understand this mechanism, your view of wealth will change. Have you ever wondered why the stock market hits new highs while you struggle to pay for basic daily needs? Why do the ultra-wealthy seem unaffected by crises, while you work harder every year only to fall further behind? Most people think inflation is like weather, a natural, random phenomenon that is unpredictable and fair to everyone involved. But the truth is, inflation is not fair. It is a rigged game, and this rigging happens in a specific order. Richard Cantillon was an 18th century economist who discovered a simple but profound truth. Money is not neutral. When a central bank prints new money, that money does not enter the economy evenly. It enters at a specific point, the source. Think of it like a bottle of ink dropped into a glass of water. The water nearest to the drop turns dark immediately. The water at the bottom of the glass stays clear for a long time. By the time the ink reaches the bottom, it is diluted, pale, and weak. In our modern economy, the ink is new money printed by the government. The source is the banking system, the government's own spending, and major corporations. These entities are the first to receive the new money. They get to spend it while prices are still at their old lower levels. They buy assets like real estate, stocks, and gold. By the time this money circulates through the economy and reaches your pocket as a salary increase, prices have already risen. The ink is diluted. Your purchasing power has been transferred to those who stood at the source. This is the invisible tax that the poor and middle class pay to the wealthy every single day. Step 1. Asset inflation. When the money printer starts, the first thing that happens is asset prices go up. The wealthy, who already own assets, see their net worth skyrocket. They haven't worked harder, they just own the things that the new money chased first. If you don't own assets, you are excluded from this wealth creation. Step 2. The consumer squeeze. As the money moves further away from the banks, it reaches the supermarket, the gas station, and the landlord. This is where you live. You are the last to receive the money, but the first to feel the higher prices. Your standard of living drops, even if your salary stays the same. Step 3. The wealth gap widens. The Cantillon effect ensures that those with proximity to credit and assets get richer, while those who rely on labor and savings get poorer. The system rewards debt and asset ownership while punishing savers. If you save money in a bank account, you are effectively donating your purchasing power to the system. The interest you earn is almost always lower than the real rate of inflation. So, how do the rich stay rich? They understand the source strategy. They don't hold cash. They hold proximity assets. They use low-interest debt to buy things that the money printer will inevitably push higher. They don't wait for the diluted money to reach them. They position themselves where the ink drops. Understanding the Cantillon effect isn't about blaming yourself. It's about understanding that the financial system is designed for those near the source. Money is never neutral. It is a tool to transfer wealth from those far from the printer to those near. Every time the government prints money or issues a bailout, wealth is redistributed, and it almost always flows upward. While you wait for the system to change, it changes your reality. Your purchasing power drops, and savings lose value. The Cantillon Effect has been true for 270 years. Now that you know, you have a choice. You can ignore it and hope for the best, or learn how money works and make strategic decisions to protect yourself. This is the real education they never teach in school. If you see the hidden structure, you must go deeper. That is why we built this channel. Every week, we dismantle financial concepts and psychological traps the wealthy understand. We provide intellectual weapons to regain control of your destiny. Don't be the last to receive money or pay the price. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Share this video with loved ones. Knowledge is the only shield against this system. Thank you for watching. Have the courage and clarity to master your own financial game. See you in the next video.